Sup. Hey, sorry about the late stream, everybody. We're like 30 minutes late, but today is an interesting one. There's quite a bit to talk about. In fact, somebody has sent me something very juicy in terms of a drama. Is it drama? Not drama. I mean, like, the community is upset. The community is upset about something, and I'm about to show you guys. It's like the craziest thing. You guys probably won't be able to guess it unless you actually know what is happening. Gossip, yeah, gossip. Let's call it gossip. It's not really drama, but it's gossip. It's some real messed up stuff that's going on. All right, and it matters because it's from the CN server. Again, our friends in the East are extremely upset at something, and we're going to be talking about that. And going forward, we will also be doing some discussion topics, general news, and as well as kind of fleshing out the videos I've been making this previous week, especially talking about the what's it called again? Let me go double check what I right. The data and stuff. Actually, the data and stuff will link directly into the topic that we're talking about in terms of the gossip. So everything kind of links together somewhat well. Okay, it's not like it's not fully streamed. I don't have a freaking notepad about everything we're talking about today, but this is insane. So one moment here. I'm basically like halfway through it, and I want to I want to give you guys my my reaction to this as well. So we're gonna be hopping on Bilibili. Almost.
本视频将带你第一。
Okay. I'm opening all the links right now for you guys. I'm opening all the links. And then we will watch this together. I will translate it for you guys. But I need to give you guys... I need to tell you guys what on earth is happening to begin with. So you guys have some context. Okay. Woo! Are you guys ready? Terminal says, do we have to cover that? Well, it's news, right? Like, as a channel, I love it when people bring stuff to talk about, because a lot of this stuff is very personalized and it's very easy to disregard a lot of this stuff. But we'll see what exactly what they're talking about, because to me it sounds like it's just people having very, very strong opinions about things that honestly, in my honest opinion, shouldn't matter. But, right, you're on the internet, why not just let it loose? You're not gonna face any repercussions. A lot of people would, like, if we are getting political about this, we would say, like, a lot of people say, like, the Chinese netizens or people on Chinese internet have less freedom. But in my opinion, when it comes to stuff like this, they have as much freedom as they want. It's just that politically they don't have much freedom, but like whenever any other topic, they can say whatever the hell they want, and they are very outspoken. I'm telling you guys would be surprised at how outspoken some CN players are in regards to a lot of these things. So I think for context, we should go in here. Like, this is where context matter. A moment, let me shrink this down. How's this? This should be good. Okay. So this was sent to me via Discord. So again, people, I don't go out of my way to search up drama and stuff and news to talk about. A lot of this stuff is sent to me by people via Discord. So if you want me to cover a certain topic, discuss something, and give my opinion on something, just send it to me in Discord. That's like the easiest and quickest way for me to talk about it. Okay, so this thing has 9,000 upvotes. Just for reference, I'm just curious what normal posts get. Okay, this one, look. Okay, so it's once again about the Wanderer drama that got 8.3 thousand. I don't know, people. It does seem like people actually engage with this more so than even like fan art. Oh my god, really? Look, it's fan art. Oh, spoiler. Cosplay? Like, look at the amount of effort somebody put into this cosplay and they only got 450. I gotta give that one an upvote. I love giving... Never mind. People don't care about what I love. But you guys see, right? Like, how big of a deal 9,000 upvotes is. How many people actually care about this? And there it is. This is the one, right? 1 day ago. So, it's big news. Alright, so sit down, grab a cup of tea, grab some drinks, and let's get into it. It's a pretty long post. If you guys look, it's a pretty long post, and then we get to see the EN reaction, and then I will go and watch all these videos because I have not watched these videos that they linked. So what's the drama about? The drama is actually, I might change the title of my live stream. Okay. So the problem seems to be Scaramouche or the Wanderer, and how a toxic side of the Chinese community is like bearing its fangs towards this character. And according to the sources, they're saying it's unjustified, but I don't know if it involves like any sort of, I don't want to say it, but I don't want to put more fuel to the fire, so I'm not going to say anything until I actually react and see what they're saying. Okay. Marcus Bullock says, dude ain't even real in the piece. Exactly. Remember when we were ridiculing like the Eula haters, when people found out Eula's family used to be like slave owners or something way back, right? And people started getting pissed at Eula. I'm getting a similar vibe from this. Like it's a very similar vibe to that. So let's go. All right. I'm gonna read this out for you guys, and I'm gonna give my honest reaction. Today is my work day. I know it's Saturday in China, so I didn't pay much attention to social media. However, minutes ago, I logged into one of my social media, and some people told me I had been doxxed by a sub forum in NGA. I know this may happen, but not so quickly. Sorry, I don't dare to click on that link. I'm not that strong of a person. I need to protect my mental health. Okay. Listen, people, once you read this far, you should already know, like, okay, it's basically like the Twitter equivalent, right? So, to people coming from NGA and Tieba, if you have found my Twitter account, don't humanize Asian women in my avatar. It's a fake photo generated by AI. Years ago, I began thinking what happened. So I never put my real photo on the internet. Interesting. So what did this person do? To Skara fans in China, I'm sorry this post may cause more hurt for you. I know they will be agitated by this article and try to attack you on the CN community. I just want to say that atmosphere is so toxic, it's not worth it to stay anymore. I hope you can be happy. Now this is now this, I don't know, like this person makes it sound like it's like the worst thing imaginable, but like this person's on Twitter. This person's on Twitter. You're telling me it's worse than Twitter? It's more toxic. It's more toxic and more mentally damaging than. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys don't know what Twitter is? I meant X. Know what X is? Anyways, worse than that. Okay. To people outside China, you can watch videos on Bilibili about what happened in the last 8 months. 8 months. 8 months. This has been going on. However, it's all Chinese. You can also try to search 伞兵节奏 on Bilibili. Okay. So they're not, he's saying not the content creator. Okay. So do you guys want to watch the video first before we continue, or should we continue? Your call. I don't even need to put a vote. Just type 1 if you want to watch videos first. Type 2 if you want me to finish the post. Then we go watch the videos. Up to you guys. I'll be translating the videos if they are all Chinese. So 111. So what somebody said 4. It seems like 1 is winning just slightly. So I'll give you guys another 5 seconds before I go. Unless I need 3 more 2s minimum to continue the post. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we'll watch the videos first. Okay, it's not too long, so we'll just watch it like this.
视角领略散黑，包括反元、元神魔征除等等的所作所为，顺序大致按照性质程度由轻到重进行排列。
So basically, they're gonna tell you guys everything that's been happening, and they're gonna give you guys the a measurement of this is like light stuff and this is very heavy stuff. So they're gonna go, I don't even know what they mean by light and heavy. Usually it means the severity of like their toxicity. Maybe this is lightly toxic and this is severely toxic. So we'll see what they say.
恳请大家耐心看完。第一阶段，不分时间、不分场合四处 KY 破坏社区环境， 在二创下污言秽语，前瞻直播里刷侮辱性弹幕。
So basically, they're talking about people like being just overly toxic. They're spamming toxic stuff during live stream. They're spamming toxic stuff just everywhere on all the forums, like and it's they're saying like it contains foul language. It's you know, you see these things that pop up on screen in CN when you're live streaming. They can send messages through like, and it like jumps on the screen. So even the stuff on the stuff like the pop-ups on the screen, it's very humiliating. So
炸 tag 等等，相信大家都能感受到近期的社区环境。侮辱角色包括但不限于 P 伞兵鬼图、骂草神婊子。如果说前两条是
So it's gone to the point where they're making posts that's even harassing like what's her name? Nahida, calling her a bitch, basically. I don't know. Okay, listen, I don't know where it's from, but it seems like it's bleeding into other like character communities, forums, and everything. It's not just strictly Scaramouche toxicity.
对虚拟角色的攻击，那么从第3条开始涉及到对真人的伤害。
第二阶段。
未经任何授权。
So now they're saying like now we talked about harassment towards fictional characters, but from this point onwards we're going to showcase their harassment towards real life people, right? So let's see what they did.
私自二改国内外画手太太的作品，私信辱骂二创太太和喜欢伞兵的人。
So they basically took somebody's digital art and then altered it to harass them, and then also directly messaged the artist saying like wait, who's Sanbing? Is Sanbing? I think that's Scaramouche, right? It is, right? God damn, I can't even find Genshin. Alright, so it is. Okay. So basically, this person did some art for Scaramouche, and then they got the art that of Scaramouche got altered, changed, and reposted, and then the DMs got blown up by this. So I'm gonna translate this for you guys. So 活不出个人样. So basically, 死不出个全尸. So basically, you can't live as a human and you can't die as a like a whole 全尸. Like you can't die in peace, basically in one piece. It's just like Yahuan. Basically, it's so hard to translate what this even means. Like kind of like a servant, like the body of a servant, the heart of a 小姐. I don't know. 心比鞋跟高，命比袜子薄. How should I? Basically, they're just saying like really. They're basically calling this person like not even a dumbass. Just that I don't even see how something like this can even relate to the work, like doing art and stuff like that. 小姐 means prostitute. 小姐 doesn't mean prostitute. Like not necessarily. Not necessarily. It can mean a lot of things. In this context, maybe it does, right? Maybe it does. But like you see, calling somebody a prostitute because they did art on Scaramouche, telling somebody when like you can't live like a normal human being just because they did art on Scaramouche. Like I don't see how the two connects, right? I don't see the connection. It seems like you can literally copy and paste what this person just said, like to anything. Like it's just general. Like insults. It's just if you took all the English insults and just linked them into one small paragraph, it's just a bunch of insults, right? Saying like they're saying that their heart is taller than the heel of a shoes, and their life is thinner than a pair of socks. Like it's just derogatory harassment. So we'll continue.
追求喜欢伞兵的女生不成，将该女生挂到贴吧引导网暴，而且不止一起类似的事。诅咒喜欢
So they like to target female Scaramouche fans. Like this is the thing I think we still have a hard time grasping the concept of, is just how many female players there are for Genshin Impact. And you guys should know, because when was the last time we got a limited 5-star character for female? Right? So there's a huge female audience, and there's a reason why HoYoverse like releases a lot of these really I want to say like these male characters with strong visible archetypes. These have been just like female characters with strong archetypes. There are strong male characters with certain archetypes and demeanors, and Scaramouche's archetype is just like the bratty, spoiled boy who's very handsome and ruthless. That's like a literal combo. Like we've seen that type of character in animes I can't even count. HoYoverse has not really come up with anything new, and these types of character archetypes oftentimes in stories, it's a love and hate relationship. Some would want to get stepped on by him right? Some would want to get stepped on by him and be abused by him. Others really don't like this type of personality structure. Okay.
伞兵的人高考落榜，荡妇羞辱 cos 伞兵和草神的 coser， 言语攻击引导喜欢伞兵的人自杀，攻击年仅8岁的未成年 coser。
So they're basically saying now it extends to harassing the cosplayers. They are telling people to, how should I say this without getting that? They're basically telling people to go 0 and 1 IRL. Okay, if you know what that means, good. If you don't, I'm sorry. That's as explicit as I can put it. So even there was a kid.
成年 coser。
Wait a minute.
自杀，攻击年。
So there's an 8-year-old cosplayer, right? And people are saying, a lot of people are saying, oh, the cosplayer is very cute, and then, but then these people took the picture of the kid cosplaying and spread it all over Tieba, which is like it's like the Twitter, right? It's kind of like the Twitter, or I don't know what it is, but like it's like a forum in China. They took this person and spread it all over the place and harassed. So this part is blurred out to protect the privacy of the person. However, I like, once you put your photo online, like, kiss your privacy goodbye. The parents should have known better than to put their 8-year-old children photo online like that. I feel so bad for the kid, honestly. It's not even like about being online and stuff like that. It's the exposure that this does to the kid eventually if they go to school, right? I mean, they are in school. When they go to school, if this gets big enough, they might just get harassed in school. You know how crazy kids can be. Really, I don't like. Yes, the people who spread these cosplay photos are at fault, but the parents are just as at fault for doing something like this, right? Because what were they hoping to achieve by dressing up their kid? Like, because the kid didn't go out and buy the cosplay and dress up themselves. The parents definitely, they're 8 years old. They're not even 8 years old, right? So the parents definitely dressed up their kid as Scaramouche, took photos, posted it onto the internet, hoping to get some clout. Absolutely disgusting behavior, in my honest opinion. I think when it comes to the people harassing the kid, I also want to give equal blame to the parents for allowing this to happen.
年仅8岁的未成年 coser。
第3阶段，
从本条开始往后，涉及到了很严肃的内容。
So going from that point onwards, like, if you guys thought that was serious, no. This stuff, starting from this point onward, they're saying it gets serious.
恶意构陷正畸之神与日军侵华有关，组团举报浪费社会资源。
What?
在得到准确回复之神与日军。
now they're saying there's something about what is 正机之神 in like what is that? Can somebody in chat tell me? Because they're saying this has something to do with like the Japanese invasion of China. Qinghua, like there could have many different meanings. So one of the meanings maybe it's like cultural invasion, folklores, because they're basically like maliciously trying to push the narrative that, oh, this is an invasion of the Chinese culture, of Japanese culture, right? It's an invasion and we need to protect our cultural dignity and X, Y, and Z. So they're basically trying to like, because if you guys know history, the Chinese and Japanese, due to the Second World War, they never really recovered their relationship, and there are people trying to incite the hatred of that to like they're trying to relate the subjects and try to get people to hate on the subject matter because of the Japanese origins. So it's if they're trying to pull this, it means like they're really trying to dig deep into the hate.
清华有关，组团举报浪费社会资源，在得到准确回复不存在相关问题后，反复向工作人员套话，试图引导出自己想要的答案。
So basically, they're reporting posts and saying that it's the reason for the repost is saying it's a waste of like the website's resources. So they're basically saying this one post this person made is so useless and wasteful of resource that it's like, even though like there are millions of posts, but they're saying this one post is so useless you have to take it down because it's a waste of resource to even have this post here. So they're sending it to forum managers and moderators, and multiple times they're asking the moderators of, hey, what's going on with this, like why can't you take it down? And they're trying to gauge the response of the moderators, and then the moderators realize, wait, they're just trying to get more info out of me on the subject matter. So it's it's so cringe. Like people are putting in so much effort to this.
被工作人员识破。类似事件有某消息明星粉丝及227。用马路大一次形容伞兵，不知道这个词什么意思的，请去看共青团中央发布的视。
So they're basically calling all Scaramouche fans 马路他 it's 马 Oh, okay, that's what it means. It's basically yeah, it's related to the Second World War. If you guys know about Camp 731, do you guys know about Camp 31? It's basically during the Second World War. It's a Japanese like it's a camp that was set up by the Japanese to experiment. I think it was like bioweapons using Chinese captives and stuff like that. And I think during the time, the Japanese called the people who were being experimented on Maruta. So now they're using that same term. They're taking that term and they're calling all Scaramouche fans the same thing. So
视频类似事件有某学院用慰安妇一词攻击喜欢伞兵的人，当事情曝光后就无凭无据甩锅说是伞厨骂的，和当初。
So basically, there were people going around throwing extremely derogatory terms towards Scaramouche fans, and then once they got revealed, they got exposed. They're basically saying like, oh, it was like Sanchu. It's like basically like it was the doing of another group of people. I don't know what exactly what Sanchu is, but it's like it sounds like is it like a opposing community to the Scaramouche community? They're basically shifting the blame. They're shifting it away from themselves. Like, no, I never did it. Wasn't me.
迅速切割，说举报正畸之神也是散厨干的一样可笑。如此严肃的话题 ，UP 主无力在说什么？从破坏社区环境、肆意辱角色，到网络暴力，再到娱乐化民族伤痛。先前恶意解读剧情举报正畸涉及侵华时，打着爱国旗号说别人不配做中国人。后
So they're basically saying it got like it just continues to get into the harassment, saying so people were saying like, oh, they're basically using the excuse of the fact that they love China, like patriotism, to harass people who like Scaramouche, and they're saying people who love Scaramouche, who are Scaramouche fans, don't have the right to be a Chinese person.
角又用真正的民族伤痛和国耻无底线羞辱谩骂同胞。这就是为了讨伐现实中根本不存在的虚拟人物。
So they're basically saying, yeah, all of this that you just heard is basically to condemn a person that doesn't even exist in real life.
自诩正義，自诩替天行道的群體所做的事。
So yeah, they're basically saying they're using it as an excuse to fight for justice and fight for the way of the heaven, for a character that doesn't even exist.
下面引用一段来自浙江共青团的视频。
So now they're showing an excerpt from the harassment, the people who were harassing, right? Yeah, they're basically saying it's I think I know what this is. It's like, but I don't think I can even say it on YouTube. But yeah, they're basically justifying their usage of a very derogatory term by saying like, oh, it's not used to harass or to embarrass or to it's not to derogatory somebody, but it's to remind us that the people who suffered during the war and stuff like that, which is like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like they're saying the page of history has not the history of the page in history has not been turned over. They are still waiting for an apology, and then we have to remember this forever. But again, like, what are they talking about? Right? There's no context. They just like throw this stuff out there. They call somebody this, and then they're like, remember the sufferings of our sisters during wartime. Like, what? Okay, so that video should give you a very good context of exactly what's going on and the severity of the harassment. So what is this?
近日，内鬼爆料出枫丹一系列角色以及一些角色的废稿和画师签名，而伞兵原画师被贴吧内鬼吧攻击，目前画师名誉已受损，后续情况请关注贴吧。
So basically, this person is already saying that an online artist, has already been dragged through the dirt and mud, and their reputation has already been damaged at this point. Because I don't know if people are telling the truth or they're just like spreading lies, right? Because think about it like this, people. If there's enough haters grouped together to hate you, they're bound to cause damage to your reputation. It doesn't even matter if it's real or not. They can say like, this person like watches CP, if you know what CP is, and like, you've never done such a thing. They can go around saying it. If enough people are saying it, you are screwed. And let me tell you, the one thing China has, if anything, is numbers. They have a ton of people online, right? Like, if you think 30,000 viewers on Twitch is a lot, there are streamers in China who can get like hundreds of thousands of concurrent viewers on Twitch. So it's like, there's a huge number of people there. So when you get hated in China, it is very damaging. Like, I'm just telling you it like this. If Tectone were in China, the man probably wouldn't be a content creator anymore. That's how bad it is in China. Like, if enough people hate you, right? Proportionally. So don't think it's just some haters and then the fans can like protect you. Oftentimes, if you get dragged through the mud, it's very, very, very problematic. Yeah, they could destroy your social credit, which is a big freaking deal, right? And of course, they'll dig deep into your stuff, that they'll find things that you don't really want other people to, or like that you never meant to be shown for public. They'll dox you, they'll like hack you, they'll go out of their way to find things, expose you for like, and in this case it's just doing Scaramouche art, right? Doesn't it damage your social credit? You bet it does. If it gets to a certain degree, it does. So it really ruins your life, not just online, but in real life. Like they are going out of their way to ruin people's lives, basically. So, yeah.
三黑早已魔怔了，之前三影二创都能背，发鬼图，诅咒高考生落榜，辱骂8岁。接下来是关于阅人正极事件。上海出版局官方工作人员亲自回复。
喂，你好，你之前有向市民服务热线这个咨询我们局的这个回复的邮箱和回复内容的事情。对。一个谢谢你对我们局工作的关心。
So basically, wait.
你好。
接下来是关于阅人正极事件，上海出版局官方工作人员亲自回复。
So an official from the, what is this? Shanghai. Sorry.
上海出版局。
恶人政绩事件，上海出版局官方工作人员。So 上海出版局, what is 上海出版局? It's like a this is a forum? So basically an official worker responded to, like, from Shanghai 出版局, which it's not from HoYoverse. It is not a HoYoverse, so don't get this mixed up. It's not from HoYoverse, but it seems like a forum, like, yeah, Shanghai publisher. Like, it seems like, yeah, an official person came out and made a statement regarding this.
官方工作人员亲自回复。
Okay.
喂，你好，你之前有向市民服务热线这个咨询我们局的这个回复的邮箱和回复内容的事情。对。一个谢谢你对我们局工作的关心。这个我们那个邮箱是 JSLS1068，是这个信访工作的用的。
So it's a sped up version of the conversation. The person is just asking, like, hey, like, so I saw you were asking about our reply forum and stuff like that. Like, and they're like, yeah, I did. And then they're just giving them the email to contact them at, which
邮箱回复的内容是我们责任部门根据来信人反映的情况进行的一个核实的一个答复。
这个是你们的那个答复是吗？
对，好吧。
我只是觉得奇怪，就是你们以前回复好像是不涉及游戏内容的呀，这是怎么涉及的游戏内容啊
？So basically, they're saying the caller is asking. So I'm like, so this is your official response to this issue, right? Which is the whole, I'm guessing it's the whole harassment and stuff issue. And then the person asking is like, is this your official response then? Like, I can take this as your official response. And they're like, yeah, this is. And then they're saying like, okay, so I'm just confused because I thought prior to this, you guys never involve like the contents of the game. So how come this time you guys are involving the contents of the game? That's what they're saying.
它反映的是这个游戏方面的相关问题啊。
就是你们涉及到了里面的游戏角色的内容的，包括一些细节啊之类的。
什么细节？
So and then the person is saying like, well, it's a response to the game, right? Like, it's a response to the issue with the game. So yeah, that's why we were mentioning it. And then the person asking is saying like, but you are talking about the specifics of the game. I don't know about this. Maybe they have a policy saying we never talk about the specifics of the game. So this is pertaining to their website policy. I have no fucking clue why this is even important. Well, like, why can't they talk about the in-game thing? I don't know. So let's continue, right? So they're saying, the caller is saying like, you guys never do this. Like, why are you doing it this time? So let's see.
他们就是来信人反映了这个游戏的一个游戏中一个流浪汉的事情嘛。
不是你们对，就是然后你们写的比较详细啊，所以我觉得奇怪。
So 流浪汉 okay, so basically the person responded like, I mean, like, what? Yeah, the original post was talking about like this wanderer, right? Like, in the game, that's what they're talking about. So then that's what we responded to.
我们也就是把这个核实的情况如实的向这个来信人做一个解释呀。
等于那个内容的话是米哈游那边公司写的是吗？
这个不是，这个我们是核实的，这个是因为按照我们信法的流程，根据这个核实的这个情况来的。
就是根据你们有，因为之前也有人投诉过，这个游戏里面关于衣服之类的，我看你们没有写的那么详细，然后这次写的很详细，所以我想问，所以有点疑惑。
就谢谢你啊，对我们的关系，这是我们相关责任部门的这个核实以后给的。
So basically, they're saying, the caller is saying, so this is not the first time problems have arisen due to like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. But I've never seen you guys go this in detail about a subject matter, right? Like never seen it. Like this is the first time. So and then the official response, the responder is like, oh well, first and foremost, thank you so much for paying so much attention to our to our forum. But yeah, this is due to. Let's see.
回复，因为这个有这个玩家关注这个事情嘛，那我们就因为根据信法的相关规定，有些这个来信我们会这个根据核实的情况落实的回复这个事情。
So they're basically saying like, oh, of course we put more effort into it because of the sheer amount of interest towards this subject matter. So of course to serve our users the best, we need to give an appropriate and proper response. That's why it's so detailed.
就是你们就是去找那个公司了，然后公司给了你们这样的一个意见是吗？就是这种。
那我们也不是说他给我们的，他一个我们了解他创造这个角色是这个用意，对吧？这个相关情况，那我们要有一个核实，这是我们责任部门的职责，他会按照他们的流程去核实以后，然后回复到这个来信人，是这样一个情况。
等于就是他那个这个角色的创作用意之类的是他们给到你们的这个回答一样是吗？
不是说他给到我们也要请专家到游戏当中也要去审核的，或者说我们听一面，就是我们作为监管部门，那我们的内容要监管。
So they're basically saying like, okay, to write this article, we of course need to do research and everything. We need to get into the game and see what this character is all about, and then we posted this after we did our research and gathered facts about the character. So it seems like this post probably has some very hurtful things. I'm guessing, right? About the things I don't know exactly, because going back.
三影二创都能背，贴吧三黑早已魔怔了。之前三影二创都能背，发鬼图，诅咒高考生落榜，辱骂8岁。接下来是关于恶人正畸事件，上海出版局。
恶人正畸事件。Like
不符合这个新闻出版这个出版管理条例的，如果他有违反国家这个出版管理条例的内容，这个我们也会处罚的，是这样一个情况。并不是说你说的1就是1，2是2，不是这个，我们的责任部门他有他的这个监管的标准，并不是说他说这个内容比如说那我们也会请。
So basically. Okay, so I think I kind of understand what is going on now. The person who's calling in is trying to get the publisher to reveal certain things. So the person who's from the official responder is basically telling them like why we wrote this, why we posted this. But the person is maybe trying to find like a tail or find a string they can tug at to say like, you see you broke policy, or okay, you're like X, Y, and Z, right? So the person who's responding is having to be very careful what they say of why they posted this, why they wrote it like this, why they're talking about it like this, because they're really wanting to find dirt on the forum so they can use this as proof to say either they're anti-nationalistic or whatever the hell, right? Like blah 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 blah. So they're trying to find dirt on this person.
专家去审核这个游戏内容，确实是不是存在这些问题，是这样一个情况。
这样是吗？好，我知道了。因为因为那个邮箱看着像是个人邮箱，所以别人想
这是我们工作用的邮箱，我们是就一直以来这几年这个对信访的。
What? It just cut out? Oh no, it's still going. It's still going. So yeah, people are also People are also making fun of the callers, saying like, okay, they're so patient, they're still trying to find dirt. So the response, like, this is why I was not understanding, like, the response was very like professional, and they're basically saying, okay, yeah, this is like our procedure, we have to do research prior to writing posts. But the caller who's calling in is basically like, oh, but like, you guys never seem to do this, like, but this is so detailed, blah 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 blah, right? Like, do you guys have some sort of like additional affinity towards a character like Scaramouche, maybe, right? They're basically trying to insinuate and like use suggestive language to see if this person's gonna fall for something, saying like, yeah, we love Scaramouche, blah blah, and then they're gonna say, oh, anti-nationalistic, you love like Japanese, like basically try to push it towards that, like steering it towards that kind of conversation, which the official has done very well keeping it professional. That's it? Okay, that's it. I think that's it. They just have another 40 seconds of the video playing.
我知道了，因为那个邮箱看着像是个人邮箱，所以别人想
这是我们工作用的。
Okay, so that's it. Like basically this video was just talking, like showcasing you guys, like one of the haters trying to go get additional information from maybe an official person. So like really, you're not safe as long as you're involved within the subject matter. So and then there's this video, which I have no idea what it's talking about. It's 1 minute.
7246是什么梗？想必大家最近都在原神相关评。
So apparently they've been spamming 7246 on so many different live streams. Like you guys can see, they're like they're circling it 7246. So they're basically trying to tell what does this mean? What is the meme of 7246?
弹幕区看见过这样一组数字，用9键的朋友会熟练的打出赛诺派蒙，不用9键的也许看得一头雾水。这其实是团建米游社版主的散黑在版本直播前约定的攻击散除的暗号，为了躲避自动删除的关键词检索。
So basically, okay, so 7246 is a number sequence made up by the Scara haters to spam during live streams so they don't get flagged and deleted. So collectively, they decided they decided to come up with this number sequence to hate, right? This is a hate comment basically. They came up with an entire string of numbers to spam so they don't get deleted.
某吧和某论坛的散黑穷尽毕生所。
Can we not have copyrighted music blasting? Okay, I can't keep watching this. This person has some copyrighted music on full blast throughout their entire video. But to circle back, now you guys have full context, right? Like holy cannoli! Like the people who are after the Scara lovers are out for blood. They're out for blood. They want, like, what do they want? You see, when you're out doing this kind of stuff, you have to have a purpose. No, think about it. There has to be a purpose. You can't just be out here hating for no reason. For no reason. So, what do they want? Hopefully we can get an answer, right? But I can tell you from reading this post a little bit, they want the character Scaramouche to be deleted from the game. That's one of the wants. They want it to be deleted from the game. So let's just continue reading. So they say, I know writing this drama on an English site is meaningless. So this person is basically not trying to solve the issue, and we have no power to solve this problem. It's just interesting to see how people are reacting to this whole situation, especially the White Knights. Let's see how they're going to react to this. It won't solve anything, maybe even worse. They will call me a traitor, right? Anyways, I just want to write down my thoughts. The original post. English not my first language, quite long and boring. Okay, no problem. I'll try to spice it up a little bit. Some of you may have heard that Scaramouche rerun banner flops in China. Wow, did it now. Just slightly better than Eula and Klee's banner. Good. You know what? Good. Maybe HoYoverse will do something about that. right? It may be one of the lowest sales in CN's Genshin history. Nah, I don't think it's gonna be worse than Eula and Klee. So, but the interesting thing is, Wiles, his first banner is one of the best in sales. So this is crazy, right? It's right now Scaramouche's banner could end up as one of the worst, but his first banner is one of the best in history. So considering Scar's unique playstyle and crazy DPS at C6, it looks even stranger. So what is going on? Why is Scaramouche's sales so bad? Let's just take a look. People from outside may attribute that to bad weapon or Fontaine is coming, but these factors are not very important. The truth is very twisted. Lots of Chinese players has tried their best to destroy this banner, hoping Horrorverse can delete Scar from the game or don't give him screen time. But why? Where is all this hate coming from? There has to be a reason. For 8 months, haters have recklessly harassed, doxxed, and humiliated Scar fans and Horrorverse employees. They kidnapped the CN community, spreading hatred on every social platform, making it impossible to have a reasonable conversation. The environment in CN community is deteriorating rapidly, and so did the banner revenues. You see, if it's been happening for 8 months now, then it certainly is not about a lack of content in the game. Because on EN, we get very toxic around like the last 3-4 patches of the game. It's very toxic. The community is very drama focused. There's a lot of like drama baiting and stuff like that. But if it's been happening for 8 months and concurrently, and it's been ramping up, getting worse and worse, then it's not strictly a out of content issue. So that is ruled out for this subject matter. And then they have CN community like a K-pop fandom, which, goddamn, if you guys know about K-pop fandoms, you guys know how bad it is. Anyways, before Genshin, I'm not familiar with the Chinese community, so this is introducing himself. After a while, I know the CN community had very different negative opinions on many issues. This is what I've been telling you guys. Like, the CN community is very, very weird. Okay, and I thought it was interesting, so I moved to the CN community. So basically, this person moved to the CN community to figure out like what's going on and maybe try to join the discussion. After I joined, I witnessed lots of fan wars over trivial things. Every little thing can start a war, like Ayaka having a second PV. Okay. Venti kneeling in front of A, right? So Venti kneeling in front of A in a scene, so maybe the A fans are like, we are superior or whatever the hell. Okay, I'll hate them having Kave's keys. Okay. Charlotte not knowing A's identity. Literally everything can cause collisions. Okay. People treat these fictional characters like real idols, and Horrorverse is an entertainment agency. They worry their idols won't get good treatment from Horrorverse. Oh, I see. So they're seeing these characters as like K-pop idols, right? They're saying like Horrorverse better treat them right because or else, you know, my waifu or my husbando is is suffering. Okay. So they worry their idols won't get good treatment from Horrorverse, or other idols would take their benefits away. So they prove their power by attacking others. It's common to see thousands of vicious comments attacking one character and their fans, and cursing Horrorverse to go broke is many people's daily ritual. I mean, Horrorverse only gave us 10 minutes, so adding something else to your daily ritual, like harassing Horrorverse as a daily ritual is listen, it seems Horrorverse brought this upon themselves. If you gave people more things to do in game, maybe people won't have the time to come harass you. This is hilarious, because if this is what somebody wakes up, grinds out their daily commissions, make sure all their daily stuffs are done, and then they go on Horrorverse forums to leave a hateful comment, that's just irony in like full circle. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Like hating on Hoyoverse has become part of their daily ritual. Okay, so the atmosphere in CN is very sensitive and irritable. However, most attacks won't last for 1 month, which means the hatred towards Skara is on another level. Yeah, that's crazy. Usually the hatred shouldn't last more than a patch, right? So why Scaramouche? This is the juice, right? So number one, for many, his personality is too strong. Okay, Scaramouche is popular among female players, and he is hated the most by male players. Sounds like a bunch of incels to me, but hey, let's continue. Since he first appeared in version 1.1, many Chinese male players see him as a real enemy, not a fictional enemy. These people are literally punching air. That's what you're telling me. They are quite literally punching air right now. Is that what you're saying? What do you mean by real enemy? They feel offended by his arrogant attitude. His talking style pisses them off. These people get used to being flattered in a game world, so they cannot tolerate a haughty brat. By the way, his real personality is much more complex than this. Okay. Self-centered people usually have fragile esteem. Before version 3.3, lots of players on NGA, which is basically the forum that I always show you guys in my videos, a game forum, and a Tieba, a trolling forum, claimed they wouldn't do Skara's story, or they would pay someone to do it. They refused to hear a single word from his mouth. Okay. I mean, listen, not wanting to do a piece of content because you don't like the character, that's completely justifiable. I don't think we should fault people for not wanting to consume, like, but taking that and turning it into hatred and aiming that hatred towards others who had nothing to do with this, who wants to enjoy that, now that is disgusting, right? Like, I have no, like, this is where I have an issue. I don't care if you don't want to do it. I don't go out of my way harassing theory crafters and people who care about, you know, stuff, because I don't really care about that stuff. But I don't go out of my way to hurt other people who care about it. Let them enjoy their thing. I'll enjoy my thing. There's plenty of things to do in the game. If you don't want to do Scaramouche's story, don't do it. If you want to make a post about it, make a post about it. But now if you're gonna rile people up, group hate, like people with this mass hatred, and now go harass other people with this hatred, that's problematic. Childish, right? That's where the problem is. So I mean, we have that on the EN server as well. We have people who really hate certain characters, right? Just ask Hu Tao fans and like try to get Hu Tao fans and Yoimiya fans to sit down and have a cup of tea. Try to get Ganyu fans and Ayaka fans to maybe go to a theme park together. They'll be at each other's throats all day. But my point is, there's been no instance of Ayaka fans like gathering a mass amount of like hate towards like Ganyu fans. The worst we've seen on EN is like, oh, Ganyu sucks, haha, Ayaka sucks. That's the extent of our hatred for each other. Okay, so number 2, fan wars. A fans due to abandonment. Okay, A fans due to abandonment. Zhao fans due to Faruzan. Child fans due to voice line, and Nahida fans due to jealousy. All have wars with Skara fans. Okay, so Skara fans are literally fighting against like 1, 2, 3, 4 different other fandoms. So the A fans have beef with Skara fans because A abandoned Scaramouche. Shouldn't that be a problem that Scaramouche fans should have with the A fans? Zhao fans due to Faruzan, which Faruzan came out. I mean, dude, we can live in, like, we can both enjoy Faruzan. Like, Faruzan is so good that she's a buff to Zhao as well. Why does Zhao fans have beef with Skara fans? If Scaramouche never came out, Faruzan would have never came out. Right, Child fans due to voice lines probably said something because they're both they used to. I mean, Child is still a harbinger, but Skara and Tartaglia used to be harbingers, right? And Nahida fans due to jealousy of what? So it makes sense he has the most haters. God damn. About jealousy. Okay, so under Nahida's official videos, you can see comments like, "I want to lick her feet." Oh my god. Or Nahida, my wife, with thousands of likes. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I don't believe there are so many okay, in China, so I guess they were joking. No, bro, they're not joking. They're like, this is the kind of stuff you say that you hope people interpret as a joke, but you kind of actually mean it, which is but after version 3.3 and 3.6, many Nahida fans cried they were cheated. What? They said Nahida used to love them, but Skara took her away. They even wrote short, dirty novels. Listen, these people make Twitter mobs look like a fucking saint. These people make the fucking Twitter mob look like a place in heaven. Oh my god. Gender conflicts? There's more. So not all CN female players like Skara. Understandable, right? Understandable. Some extremely hate him due to fan wars, but he has become a symbol in the battle between men and women. Oh my god. They're just bringing in all the subject matters. Okay, so before Genshin Impact, Holyverse is most famous for Honkai Impact. Honkai is an action game filled with beautiful female warriors who wear very little. This kind of game is called the men-oriented type. Yeah, I understand. I would understand if you were to release a game title full of really buff men wearing very little clothing. I wouldn't really be playing that game, right? Just like most women wouldn't be playing a game where like it's full of female characters and they're wearing very little clothing. It's understandable, yeah. So it's definitely men-oriented, while Genshin is a for everyone type. Yep. But nowadays, we've really struggled, right? The male players have really struggled. Because when was... remind me again, when was the last time we got a limited 5-star female character? Dia doesn't count because she's not limited. Alright, so Dia does not count. When was the last time? Who was the last 5-star? I'm thinking, who was the last female 5-star limited character that came out? Was it Nahida? Yeah, so it was Nahida. And you can't even waifu Nahida, right? You can't waifu Nahida. So it's Nilou. The last waifuable female character was Nilou. So it provides both female and male characters. Many male players feel they're betrayed after 5-star male characters came out in Sumeru, exceeding the number of 5-star female characters. Their anger exploded and started to expel female players and gay players. Oh, is that dinner? Thank you, Baluka-chan. We got some. Is this chicken? I can still hear the sizzling sound. Wow, Chef Beluga-chan, we got some chicken. See? Alright. So, let's see. NGA and Tieba are the two most popular and also the most toxic forum in the CN Genshin community. You can see tons of slurs in every post, like XN, XXN, an insult word towards women. And okay. Okay. A parody of Genshin. Oh, I see. Oh my god. Really? I thought it was Genshin, not like... Okay, anyways. These people blame everything on women, from bad scripts to controversial character design to the unbalanced gender ratio. Is it really that unbalanced? I mean, yeah. I know it's been a little skewed towards male characters recently. But is it that unbalanced? They believe Horrorverse is dominated by so-called XXN employees who have nothing to do but destroy male players' Wonderland, and they believe Skara and a Nemo boy who has impressive screen time in the main story is XXN employees' favorite boy. I guess the real reason they pick him out is because he has the most haters, and it's easier to stir the gender war. So attacking Skara is not just attacking a fictional character, but a way to declare war on Horrorverse's female employees and female players. Ironically, most senior leaders in Horrorverse are men. After NJ and Tuba users found out the leader of screenwriters was a man, they immediately claimed he must be gay. He must be gay. He has to be. What are these people on? Oh. What? The logic. Wait. Wait. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. I honestly am scared for this character. I am honestly scared for this character. Imagine if they are hating on Scaramouche that much. Imagine what they're gonna do to this character. No leaks. This isn't a leak. This is an official character. They posted this character on Twitter. I think this is the this is the official. Oh my god. I am so scared what they're gonna be doing and saying to like, I don't know. Okay. The ladies in the chat, is there, like, be truthful, is there, like, dude, some female player have the hots for femboys? Like, at this point, there has to be. Maybe there are just some female players who love seeing cute male characters wearing more feminine clothing. It has to be. That's why Horrorverse does it, right? So this is a huge demographic. Yeah. Yeah, the CN players are gonna go nuts. They're gonna go nuts for this. Because nothing is as blatantly targeted towards a female audience than something like this. I would even say this is more targeted than even characters like I'll Hate Them and like really buff, strong male characters. Because this is like an explicit female preference. I don't like, maybe there are some men who likes this as well, but this is as blatant, as obvious as a female targeted unit as it gets, right? And like, I don't have any problems with this, but if the CM players are gonna have beef This, like, maybe Hoyoverse did this as like a giant middle finger back. No, listen, if this drama has been going on for 8 months and Hoyoverse still releases this character in its current form, I think Hoyoverse is just giving the haters like the biggest middle finger imaginable. Hey, I think they even gave him a little more curvature in certain areas as like to add some extra flair to their middle finger. Lenny has been confirmed since the very beginning. Yes, I know he was in the original trailer, but if Hoyoverse wanted to backpedal on this whole drama with like them being harassed about, you know, favoring a female demographic and player base and whatnot, they could have made adjustments, like last minute changes to this guy's like design. It doesn't have to be like a whole redesign. The character model could be the same, but they could be wearing slightly less provocative clothing. Less provocative clothing and whatnot. Maybe retouch a little bit here and there, but they didn't. In fact, I would argue they made him even more femboy. Right, like look at the body tight suit. Look at the frills on his shorts here. Right, of course the thigh high socks is here. Doesn't really bode very well for the male demographic. Like, there's a lot of flair to this character's outfit design. Like, how many people are gonna pull for this character just because of his art and design? This is like if Playboy featured men. Like, Playboy definitely featured men, right? But this is very obviously targeted towards a certain demographic. It's just like Venti? No, this is way more explicit than Venti. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Harassing, doxing, and cyberbullying. After version 3.3, moderators on T-pop banned Scara fans to talk. Sounds about right. Only letting haters express their hate. And moderators on NGA built a special subforum to troll Scara and his fans. Really? The CN community became more and more extreme, so these things happen. Killing cats. Scara is depicted as a cat in version 3.3, so some people use him as an excuse to kill cats. A teenager killed a cat in his living district. He said that cat looked like Scara meow. Another man killed cats with a brick and he's shared killing those. Oh, ooh. I think these people are sick. Like this is getting to the point where they're definitely mentally unstable to begin with. And I've lived in China, so I know this. Like, I don't know people like this, but I know what this is. This is people who are so desperate for attention that they will do anything in their power to get that attention. I've known people like this from China. I've lived there, so I know these people. Deep down, they don't mean to do the stuff that they did, but they'll still do it just to prove a point. And it's very, like, it's a mental problem. Like, it's a culturally fucked up thing that Chinese people seems to have this, like, when they get put on a pedestal, they cannot come back down. Especially when they rile themselves up, when they hype themselves up to put themselves on a pedestal, to put themselves in a position to go even further or to one up somebody else, right? This is the thing. I've seen Chinese people drink themselves to death because they could not put the glass down. Because it's like, they're like, I can't back down. I have to keep drinking. Like, it's either I drink myself to death or that person drinks themselves to death. And I'm okay to die. Like, this is like a mental thing. It's like they will go to the extreme to prove a point. They're like the definition of I'm gonna die on this hill. That's like A lot of them. So seeing something like this happen is very indicative and very telltale of that culture still very much being alive and hurtful, very hurtful towards Chinese people. Really, there's a lot of people that I know who disassociates from people like that, but oftentimes you won't know until the scenario happened. But oftentimes these people are very outspoken to begin with. It's not like suddenly online they're now more outspoken. IRL, they're very outspoken. They don't back down. They're very like confrontational, and yeah, like honestly it's surprising to see it went this far, but it's not surprising considering it's like CN people doing it. But they need help, and the worst part is mental illness isn't taken seriously at all in China at all. Yeah, ego. Yeah, Sadwagon, perfect. The word is ego. Chinese people has a huge ego issue. Huge problem. Like this is, I would say, amongst like drinking, smoking, egotistical. And the ego issue actually bleeds into a lot of other issues. Like China as a nation is quite, I'll say like quite racist. But I've covered this topic in the past. Their racism a lot of the times stems from ignorance, but other times it also stems from their egotistical, self-centered point of view. A lot of them are very mentally deranged, in my opinion. Mentally deranged. And they will never get the help they need for it, because this type of issue in China is not seen as an issue. I do feel bad for some of these people. I do. But once you met these people in real life, you'll know to avoid and disassociate with them. Okay. Doxing Horrorverse employees, I saw that coming from a mile away. People on Tieba and NJ tried to find out the identity of the screenwriter who wrote version 3.3. They said this story whitewashing a war criminal. So the screenwriter must be morally condemned. Okay. They looked through recruitment sites, checking Horrorverse employee job titles and job histories. At one point, they found a female writer with a Scar Meow avatar, but before they celebrated, they realized she didn't work in Genshin. These people are messed up in the head. In the end, they didn't find that writer. I guess writing is a teamwork, so they chose to attack the leaders of screenwriters and the IP team. They have shown their faces in livestream events, yes. Last month, after Horrorverse was attacked, dozens of character design sheets came out. On some sheets, there were signatures of senior designers, and haters alleged one woman must be Skara's character designer. They humiliated her on Tieba, spitting on her name. Luckily, they only got that name. So they no additional information about the designer was leaked, thank goodness. Spamming the community with BS. The story in 3.3 is not the best. Like, okay. Apart from the main storyline, if you look at it as a whole, I think it's fine. Genshin's story is fine. But all the side stories and like the stuff, like I really think it's poorly written. A lot of it is. Again, it's not a problem, in my opinion, to say something is bad or you don't like something, but it's a problem when you harass other people who like it. I've disagreed with people in chat on this topic matter of story, but I always say, you guys enjoy it. Go enjoy it, right? Have fun with it, but I myself, I can't see myself enjoying it, and that's fine. I can sit here and say I don't want to do something because I don't like it, but you're free to do it. But it's it's another mental gymnastic exercise to partake in if you go out of your way to tell other people they can't enjoy something because you don't like it. That's just crazy. It contradicts the story in Husk of Opulent Dreams and the notes found in Tatara Suna. It has no 2D animation, but the storyline is clear. Skara wants to revive his friends, and to do that, he erases himself from Teyvat. Oh, okay, that's quite literal, but under Teyvat's laws, he fails. Haters intentionally distorted this story. They keep saying Skara is a war criminal, and the reason he wants to erase himself is to remove his criminal record so he can live happily after that. Everyone who disagrees with them will be called Sanjie, a derogatory term from Skara fan. Okay. This tactic is like brainwashing, and it works. Until now, it's almost impossible to discuss Skara's story wisely. Well, yeah, because it's a different interpretation. If it's a literal work, the players are free to interpret how, like, from different perspectives, right? And it's true to real life as well. We can interpret certain things, actions, like things people have said differently. It's true. This is true in real life. It's that, and that's how wars start. That's how literal wars start. Like, have you guys ever heard the saying, like, war doesn't, like, what was it? What's the quote? War doesn't decide who is right, but who is alive, right? So this is in real life, politics is like they interpret different things differently. So like like, yeah, I can totally see something like this happening, because at the end of the day, did Scaramouche hurt people? Yes, he did. I even made videos talking about this. I was like, I cannot forgive Scaramouche for the things that he has done. Like, story-wise, I'm not as crazy as to think this person is real, but I cannot forgive Scaramouche. I would never like Scaramouche just because Hoyoverse said, like, oh, he had a sad backstory. He was abandoned by Raiden Shogun, right? Not Raiden, I mean A. But just because he has a sad story does not right the wrong that he has done through his life. I've said this many, many times. And some people have chosen to forgive Scaramouche and love him wholeheartedly because of his sad backstory, right? And I've said, to me, I can't overlook what he's done, like, as a character. But it's just interpretations, right? Some people can, and they have, and they're now diehard fans. But that's just interpretation again. So yeah, I can totally see this. Haters see themselves as morality police. I mean, like, I'm okay. Like, I have no issues with people who love Scaramouche. Like, love him, pull him, invest in him, play him. At the end of the day, he's a character. He's really strong, especially paired with Fadozan. And if your Fadozan is C6, he's even stronger. Insane character if you put in a lot of investment. He's a great character. I wouldn't ever tell anybody to not play Scaramouche because, like, canonically, he's a bad person, right? But apparently some people will. They break into every post and video involving Skara, leaving meaningless comments like dip rice. Oh, so basically calling people warm. Fermented tofu, which means prisoner. Tumor, derogatory term for Skara. Okay. Even under fan-made animations, you can see comments like that. In 3.6, 7, and 8 live streams, haters posted bullet comments like Skara Hida forever. They were not shippers, just want to disgust others. And 7246 means Skara fans to die. Oh. In the future, they will appear again. Yeah, when Linny comes out, these people are gonna go ballistic. When Linny comes out, like, prepare for a whole wave of shitstorm. Skara harass Skara fans and VA. After writing so much above, I think it should not surprise anyone that haters like to harass fans. They send direct messages to insult fans, build fake fan groups to dox them, and post their chat on forums for everyone to humiliate. Sometimes they join people's worlds who use Skara as avatars, only trying to curse them. The CM version of Skara, aka Kana, has also been insulted on a live stream. Yeah, I like this person is like, I think the most in the most danger, because these voice actors, they not only reveal their name, their online name and stuff like that, like they're gonna be doing more voice acting in the future, more gigs, more work. Imagine this level of hatred and community follows them into other works. I'll be honest, this could affect this voice actor's career if these people don't let go at some point. Because think about it, if you are an executive of a company and you are about to hire a voice actor, would you hire a voice actor with a known hate community that follows this voice actor everywhere? Would you? Like, it's not even personal, but as an executive, somebody who has invested a lot into a title and now have to invest into voice actors, you would want to not associate with somebody who has a hate crowd following them. So it's like, if this hate crowd doesn't let go of the hate towards the voice actor, this could prove problematic going forward. Riker says, I would, because it would get people talking. But the problem is, to hate on the voice actor, you don't have to play the game. What if they review bomb your game? Think about it. Because, think about it. Do you think it's such a far stretch for these haters to think like, oh, we're trying to ruin this person's life. You just gave this person another job and you're paying them for their voice acting. Okay, you want to play like this? We're going to review bomb your game. Gather all the boys. We're review bombing your game. Think about it. Do you think it's a far reach for these lunatics to do that? Of course not. And they will. What? Oh my god. The ultimate goal for haters is to delete Skara from Genshin Impact. However, it's not possible after her banner came out. How can you do this? You can't do this because people have spent money on this character. You can't do it. You cannot do it without compensating the players who pulled for him. And this is unheard of. Unheard of. If HoYoverse ends up deleting him from the game, let's just entertain this idea. If Skara gets deleted from the game, not only would you have to compensate people who pulled Scaramouche, but also, of course, pulled for Baruzan. So, the ultimate goal to delete Skara from Genshin, however, it's not very possible. Right, so they try to convince the Shanghai government to delete him. They connected Skara with Japanese militarism, crying that HoYoverse had hurt the feelings of ordinary Chinese people. In their group chats, they admitted it's all bullshit. Imagine this, people. Chat. Let me just paint this picture for you. In one of the least privacy-free countries, you are admitting in your private group chats, which are all monitored by the government, and on top of that, you're trying to convince the government to do something while you're admitting in your private group chats, which again, it's monitored by the said government, that you're admitting it's all fake and it's all BS. What? Like we get smooth brain, but like these people must have like some really smooth brain. Like I'm talking like mirror grade level smooth brain. Like how dumb do you have to be to formulate a plan to, like, because you're dealing with the government, and the only level of government that has this kind of power to basically walk into any company and tell them delete this. You have until the end of the day to delete this. If they have that kind of power over like $1 billion corporation, they have the power to look into your puny little group chats. Which is hilarious. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. They actually thought, like, they would have to to pull this off. They would have to communicate with each other via fucking pigeons. I'm not even kidding. And even then, it would be very risky. But to actually formulate their plans in the freaking group chat, like, at least fake it, man. Fake it in the group chat, being like, show your nationalistic pride. Show people how important this is to you. Don't be in your group chats being like, hey guys, I think the government's falling for it. We're gonna get a response next Wednesday. Even though it's all bullshit and we lied to them, they're gonna delete Scara from... Like, if I were the government official, I would put these people all into, like, I would admit them personally into the insane asylums. Like, like, this is crazy. So Shanghai Press Publish Bureau got their reports. Days later, they replied that the story of Scara had no problem. Oh, that's what that video was talking about. Okay. I see. That makes sense. So the video we watched earlier, if you were here, this one, I'll show you guys very quickly. We're not going to watch the whole thing again, but I'm going to show you guys which video I'm talking about. So this video of the interview.
近日，内鬼爆料出，正极事件。
你好，你之前有向市民服务热线这个
This one. So this conversation, somebody called in. So, like, so this is what this is talking about. Shanghai Press Public Bureau. So the person called into the Shanghai Press to file a complaint, and basically the Shanghai Press then got somebody to actually go into the game, play through, like, actually review the actual Scaramouche story and everything. And you know what's hilarious is these dumbasses probably don't know that for Hoyoverse to even get this story published, they already underwent scrutiny by the government. Remember I said this like over 2 years ago. I told you guys, every piece of literature that is public in China, right? Every piece of literature has undergone scrutiny. You cannot, like, you could if you are on like some sort of like website about short story novels and stuff, and you can publish your own novel. You don't have to like get it reviewed or anything. But if something problematic appears in those novels, you might get a fine. At worst, you might face jail time. You might get a fine at best. You might face jail time at worst. So right at your own risk. But these big companies who are publishing for a product or service for people to use, they have to undergo scrutiny. So joke's on you. This stuff was already heavily evaluated prior to the release of the game. So just saying, it was never going to get taken down due to something like this. Even if they're basically trying to spin it is that it's like undertones, right? Like it's like they're promoting this kind of undertone narrative. Even then, it's very difficult to get it re-reviewed and all. Like the worst case scenario, it would be to get the story altered, right? Hoyoverse will have to go back in, change a bunch of stuff, change the lore, change the stuff, but it would never be as bad as to get the character deleted. It would have never gone that far. But hey, they tried. They really did. So Keep Falling is the next. So the hatred towards Scara and his fans is uncontrollable in the CN community. Scara is not a real person. I hope haters can understand this. No, they don't. They really don't. They really don't. Like I don't know how many times I need to repeat this. They really don't. Haters don't understand this. So he won't be hurt. but I'm very worried about Skara fans. They have been bullied for so long, and no one stands out to speak for them except the Shen Army, a group of volunteers who maintain the community environment. Okay. People's mental health deteriorates, and some even said they had suicidal thoughts. Again, mental health as like a thing. Like, I don't even know what mental health is. Like, what did they call it in China? They call it 精神病 probably, which is actually a derogatory thing. Like if somebody calls you 精神病 in Chinese, it's never because you actually have a mental issue. It's because they're using it as a derogatory term. They're calling you like mental illness. Let's just do a very basic search. 精神疾病. Yeah, it's literally 精神病. So it's like it's this is like it's a thing, it's a term that people use this term to harass other people. It's a derogatory term. They think of it as like I've never heard anyone in China use this as a legit diagnosis. Which is sad. So let's search mental health. Okay. I'm not laughing at mental health, but I'm laughing at like these are all terms that I've used like only in meme. Like I've only ever heard these terms in like meme discussions. Like I've never ever heard anybody like when Chinese people greet each other. They only ask about your body, like, oh, 身体还好吗? Like how's your how's your health, like how's your body? They never asked about like mental. So I mean, nowadays in the West, I've definitely like close friends would definitely be more attentive of your mental state, right? But like in China, nobody has ever cared about your mental state. It's all about making money and taking care of your body. That's it. These are the two things. Wish you a good health, which I guess it should encapsulate like mental health, but it's always about money, it's about wealth and health. But health is just purely body. Are you still able to move? Are you still able to eat well? Are you still able to sleep well? All that stuff, right? And I've been to the doctors in China, but like they have like all these different specialists, but there's like I've never heard. They always like 皮肤专科. They have like 心脏专科. They have all these like organ specialists. It seems like every type of specialist, but I've never once heard of like 心理专科. Never in my life in China have I heard of a mental health specialist, but they'll have a skin specialist, like dermatologist basically, right? They have a specialist in every part of the human body. I swear to God, they'll probably have a toe fungus specialist or something like that, but they won't have a mental health. At least I never ever heard of one, ever. What, they don't have psychiatrists in China? They maybe do. Actually, let me search it. Let me search it. So I just clicked a random post. This person is asking if I go to the hospital to see a mental, like basically a psychologist or a psychiatrist, how much money would I have to pay? So let's take a look. Okay. What the fuck? Wait, okay, so this one is very normal. This is a very difficult question to answer. First you have to go get your tests done, and then depending on what your diagnosis is, then if you need medication or whatnot, the price is not like there's not like a fixed price. And then this person started saying stuff like, why don't you tell us your problem and let everybody hear analyze it for you. What? That's terrible advice. Why would you tell somebody to share their mental problems with you on a public forum? That's crazy. And they did it. That's crazy. Like this is like basic awareness, right? Like you need to talk to specialists about this stuff. Like sure, like maybe friends. Why don't you just DM him? Oh, this is crazy. I can't. So basically this person, I'll translate it, but like, so basically like my family environment is normal, but apparently the family has bought a lot of, like they gambled a lot of money and they lost a lot of money through gambling and they so they're basically contemplating unaliving, and then they're thinking their luck is very bad. They don't have luck for money, so caiyun in Chinese, like basically they'll associate like your affinity towards money, right? They're saying we like I'm thinking of unaliving myself, very unlucky, have no affinity for money, I don't know what to do. So they are the ones who gamble, not their family. So their family background is very normal, meaning financially it's very normal, nothing out of the ordinary, but they have lost a lot of money. So their family discovered this problem, and he already told them, came out and said what he did in the past, and then they put more money into gambling and lost even more. So they're very, like, you see, this is the kind of stuff. What the hell is this guy gonna do for you? So basically, so of course they've tried stopping gambling. And then after thinking about it again, they thought about it a lot, and they said, not only have I spent a lot of effort in gambling and I lost a lot of money, and I don't want to just lose like this. I don't want to admit defeat. Oh, like listen, listen, anybody in chat, would you know what to say to this person? Like in a professional, like, what can you say to them? There's nothing we can say to help this person. Like, yeah, of course they're going through some really messed up mental issues now. So I hope they can get the help they need. But like, listen, a lot of people in China nowadays are only just becoming aware of potential mental problems. Like, my mom has been diagnosed with anxiety disorder. She gets very anxious. So a lot of the times I have to constantly remind her, hey, you know, take a breath, calm down, I'm here with you. I'll sit with her, I'll work the problems through with her. And oftentimes it doesn't even have to be big problems, but a lot of Chinese people, especially from previous eras, they don't know how to deal with mental stress. And they've always been told about mental stress not being real. And it's just, you need to work harder. You need to like get over it, right? Like 90% of Chinese people are still of the mentality that mental issues don't exist. So yeah, so people's mental health deteriorates, and some even said they had suicidal thoughts. This isn't something new per se in the Chinese community. A lot of people suffer from mental health. Actually, I've had coworkers back then who was like, now in hindsight, because back then I was much younger, but in hindsight, it was very obvious they were suffering from mental health. But nobody ever spoke up. Nobody ever cared about it. It's just the environment. I mean, even in the West, a lot of companies, you'll see people that are just treading along like that. It's pretty sad. So the atmosphere in the CN community is so toxic, it eventually influenced the banner revenue. The hatred towards Garo was stirred before version 3.6 and after Nahida and Nilo banners. The following banners all flop. Kazuo and Alhaitham banner is just okay. haters are very happy with this news. At this point, they're not just anti-Skara, but anti-Hoyoverse as well. They resent Hoyoverse for creating and promoting this man. Even a simple official sticker can agitate them. Before Hoyoverse puts its head down, they will keep praying it goes bankrupt, which will never happen. But anyways, on Wednesday, after the revenue chart of Skara and Coping Banner came out, haters went into ecstasy. I just imagine these guys like at home, like with their freaking greased hair, chip crust in their hand, typing on their like keyboard with grease and everything, and they're like wiping their mouth, and then they're like drooling at the thought of like, oh my god, Hoyoverse only made $7 million. I gotta share this with my brethren. I just picture them in like a dimly lit room that's like infested with mold in the corner, and these people are just like rejoicing that Hoyoverse only made $7 million, and they're just like, oh my god, and they're like creaming as well. They can't contain their excitement to share this like news with their fellow Skara haters. Like it's it's so disgusting. Like, come on. Wanderer banner dramatically flops, even became a trend on TMI. They said they successfully beat Hoyoverse and Skara fans. Good. Take your W. Huge W all round. Can you please leave us alone now, right? I really don't understand when people target content creators, right? Like saying like, oh, you guys should just quit because you have nothing negative to say about, like, you have nothing but negativity for the game. And then there's like people like this that nobody, like, you know, Twitter mob, why don't you listen, chat, listen, I just got a big brain idea. Is it or is it not possible that we pit the Twitter mobs against the Skara haters? Imagine a battle that takes place across the Pacific, an internet battle that traverses the lands, the West versus the East. Fuel all your hatred, the Twitter unrelenting positivity and justice. The knight in shining armor from the West, right? Our holy warriors versus the Skara haters from the East. Oh my god, if we can get the Twitter army and the Skara army haters to just duke it out with each other, the rest of the community can have our peace. We can actually have peace. We can finally enjoy silence. The Twitter mob will be too busy, right, learning Chinese. First, the Twitter mob has to all pick up Chinese, Mandarin, right? So the Twitter mobs will be like, well, to actually damage them psychologically, we must first learn their native tongues. Meanwhile, the Chinese people have to use VPN. They have to all invest into VPNs to see their nemesis' responses on Twitter, or they have to wait until one of their generals goes in to Twitter, translate it, post it on their forums, and then they post their response, and then the Twitter mobs will come here with their newly learned Chinese skills to decipher what the fuck this shit is all saying. Oh my god, you know what? I would pay good money to watch this unfold. I would put in like $100 a month to subscribe to their private forum battles. Listen, can we make this happen? Is it possible? We need instigators. You know what? We need instigators. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna do this. We need the people who work on tech, like we need the tech tone haters who start shit with Tectone and other people. You know those people who'll take like half a sentence Tectone says and then send it to some streamer and be like, hey, Tectone's talking shit about you. We need those instigators. We need them to maybe like take whatever Twitter has said or take whatever CN has said and send it to like people in Twitter so they can start shit. We need professional drama starter. Yo, this is a big brain. We need to put more able bodies towards this. Imagine, chat. Imagine this leading to nuclear war. That's crazy. Imagine something like this. Maybe I should stop talking because I'm going to China next month. Maybe I should stop talking before my life gets ruined over there in China. So where were we? Looking at the tiny curve, I think they might have been right. Under this toxic environment, only a few people want to pull for him. He is labeled by the community as a war criminal, an unwelcomed person, and a trouble attractor. How will this end? Probably like how every other piece of drama ends. It's just gonna fizzle out. People find a new thing to hate, and they all move on. Believe it or not, to hate at this level is very difficult to do consistently. Basically, you like think about it. How many times have you guys been mad at something or been in an argument with somebody, and then after you went to bed and you woke up the next day, sure, you still feel some resentment, but like the rage that you felt during the argument has sizzled out like significantly. It's like if you guys have ever tried to hold on to hate, you'll realize it's a very, very difficult thing to do, especially for 8 months. I'll be honest, I think a lot of the hate, the people who are hating are just like bandwagoning. It's just people bandwagoning. There's no real hate behind it. It's very difficult to summon emotions for a cause you don't actually believe in. So the bandwagoning will stop when something else comes along. And then this whole thing is going to lose a lot of traction. Like it's bound to happen. Come on. Like it's bound to happen. I don't think they can ever do anything with this. The amount of damage they've tried to do is already enough. It's already enough. Like this is the extent they're gonna go. There's very little they can do without actually breaking the law. And like in some aspects, they have already broken the law, kind of. Like if this ever goes to like actual harming of people, right? Like if they try to remember the time they try to pull an assassination attempt on Dawei, if they actually end up like hurting somebody, not even having to go all the way, but just hurting somebody physically in real life, I think that's where this thing is gonna like stop. Like I think that's because, and I know if given the chance there will be people who would do it, because again it's the ego thing. They're like, oh, everybody's looking at me and I have the opportunity to do something about it. They'll do it. A lot of Chinese people, like criminals, in hindsight, they said they've regretted their decision because it was very in the moment. But what they really mean is like they couldn't let go of their egos. They're too egotistical, and they're like when put in the spotlight, when given the moment to shine, they're like pressured to act upon their conviction, or even if it's falsified conviction. Right? Kind of sad, but so okay, I don't know, maybe Hoovers will keep making content like nothing happened. They get used to being in trouble. And the bunny girl drama in Honkai has proved they can be recovered from malicious public opinions. I have no idea what that is, and I'm not about to find out if it's anything this bad. No. But I'm not that confident either. Genshin is not Honkai. Its operating strategy is more cautious in order to avoid fan wars. They already designed tons of characters as good people who can't go wrong. Really now. They sacrifice the fun of the story in exchange for peace. Ah. So it's not that writers don't want to write more like... It's not that the writers don't want to write more turbulence, I guess, into the story is that more turbulence means more hate from players, right? I guess these people can't separate fiction from reality. Have you guys ever hated a character from, like, for example, how many people have watched Game of Thrones here? I hated Joffrey, like many other people did. I absolutely hated Joffrey, but at the same time, I wouldn't go to George R.R. Martin and threaten his life because I hate the character Joffrey. I would actually applaud George R.R. Martin, like, wow, well done, guy, like, well done, like, being able to write a character so, like, masterfully to have people hate him so much, like, well done, that's very well written. But these people would seem to say, like, oh, you made this character so hateful and I hate this character, therefore by extension I hate you for creating this character that I hate. It's like the same thing as an actress or actor portraying a very sinister character, right? How many people have seen Django Unchained, right? Django Unchained, Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in that movie is a very like you hate that character, how he treats, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but if you've seen the movie, you would know you hate that character. But at the end, you end up applauding him. It's like, wow, great performance, you know, amazing performance. You pulled that character off so well. I hated you so much. This is that scenario. Like, if you hate this character, shouldn't you be thanking HoYoverse? Shouldn't you be applauding the story writers? Like, wow, well done, well done. I actually want to like strangle this man. Like, right? Like, I don't get it. They sacrifice the fun of the story in exchange for peace. That is a crazy sentence to be writing. And what writer would willingly want to do that? That is crazy. So maybe HoYoverse will quietly reduce Scarlet's appearance or even change the main story since Scarlet's related to so many important stuff. Sometimes I feel sad for HoYoverse writers. Every little thing can trigger their players. It's almost impossible to write an interesting story. They can only show their talent in world quests since people give NPCs more tolerance and no fan war. But world quests are hella boring. So what do you mean? Spooky Cat says, yep, when a villain is hated, they are truly well written. I don't get it. This is so backwards. Is it not? Anyways, let's go pull for Scaramouche, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But Will Rose says internet and social media has ruined good writing. I mean, CN does have good modern writing. I mean, screenwriting, because I only pay attention to screenwriting because I used to be a screenwriter, believe it or not. But before I went into real estate back in China, I graduated as a film student. So I studied film. So I did a lot of writing. And I first got my work in China, actually. Did some writing for it there. And they wanted to bring in somebody with a Western point of view to kind of influence and breathe some life into modern Chinese literature. So I did some writing. It wasn't like really major things. I never really got like screen time or anything. But like working in that environment has allowed me to see like just how many restrictions Chinese writers are working under. It's like these people are truly like, to be a writer in China now, like it really means forgoing all of your ego, all of your beliefs, all of your fucking like ideas of good literature, but it's just writing for money. Think about it like this. They like, it's not to say Chinese writers can't do good writing, it's just that they are not allowed to do good writing, and this just puts another layer of restriction on writers in China to put out good bodies of work, especially for big titles, right? Grassfield says we have to hype up Scaramouche now. Here, time to piss off the Scaramouche haters. What is this? Scarammeow. Meow. Meow. Scarammeow. Oh. Scarammeow. Scarammeow. Ooh. Oh. 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 Scarammeow. 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 I can't kiss you because I just ate, but oh look, it's Scarammeow. Scaramouche. Anyways. Be careful, Wolf. Yeah, imagine my stream suddenly goes down. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout this whole thing. I will be going back to China. Like, no kidding, I actually am, for work. So I am going back to China. I had to change my flight ticket because they want me there earlier. So I'm actually, let's see, I'll give you guys the specific date. For people who care about me, which is all of you guys, obviously you all love me very, very much, and you just can't get enough of me, right? I'm leaving on the 14th. So that is 12, 13, 14. That is the Monday, 2 weeks from now, basically. Pretty soon, 14, 15, 16 days, I will be departing for China for work. And so far, I have not bought a return ticket, which means that the work is indefinite. Like, I say indefinite, but I think I'll probably be back sometimes by the end of the year. So let's put it like this, it's easier to talk. I'll probably back by sometime by the end of the year, but I don't know how long I'll be able to say. It's a pretty big project. It's a real estate project that has 3 phases. I can't tell you what project it is. I already signed all the necessary documents, but I can tell you guys it's a 3-phase project, and construction is set to maybe start in 2025 or 2026. So just imagine the pre-planning and all that stuff. I don't know how consistent I'll be with video uploads. So is this goodbye? I don't know. I'm saying this now. This could be one of the last live streams you will ever see of me. Which doesn't feel like it, does it? I will be gone in 2 weeks. So the last live stream, potentially, right? I'm saying potentially because there's a very likely chance that I might go, like, stay in China for the next, like, 10 years working on this project. It's a very big project, but I might also come back much earlier, depending if because we're in the early stages of the project. So my last live stream ever might be August 12th. Might be. So that might be the last time you guys will ever have me in a live stream. Again, just like the Scaramouche situation, there will be a lot of people in the community who wants me gone, but like, thank God he's gone. No more YouTube. I will try to make YouTube. I think YouTube is manageable for me. Maybe I'll get an editor and I'll do the recording and stuff, because I'll probably still be able to play. But I'll be in CN, so like how that's gonna work, I don't know. Like, I have a CN account, so it's very difficult. I won't be able to connect to the servers here in the West, so all my Star Rail, my Genshin accounts, and all that stuff won't really have any value anymore, I guess, because nobody would be playing it. I might be giving it all to Beluga-chan. What about all your cats? Beluga-chan is still staying here. Beluga-chan will still be staying here, so I'm going back to work. I might be flying back and forth, so I'll like, even if I do stay in China for like the foreseeable future, I'll still be flying back and forth for Beluga-chan and whatnot. And I have friends and family over here, so I'll be visiting them. But coming back, think about it like this. I'll be basically on vacation then, so how likely would I be to work on YouTube? I don't know. Maybe I'll do like an occasional live stream. I'll just go live 2 years from now. Randomly, since I'm visiting, right, I'll just go live, like see how many of you guys are still playing, how many of you guys still tune in. But YouTube videos, expect some YouTube videos, and if I can make it work, I'll probably still try to do daily videos. Oh my god, can you imagine? I'm like in China trying to do daily YouTube uploads. I'll see. Staying up to date with the news, but then I'll be much closer to the Chinese community. So maybe I'll be able to bring you guys more insight to the Chinese community and discussions. But overall, I'm very appreciative of the time we have spent together. I started doing Genshin videos in September, like late October of 2020. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna make it to the 3-year mark. Maybe we will, but it's been a great 2 years and what, like 10 months or something like that. Pretty amazing. But this might be the end. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say I wish the project falls through so I can come back and, you know, like life goes on. This might be another chapter. Just giving you guys a heads up. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more live streams, and I'll be doing videos. Shukai says, Star Wars, I just woke up. Can we do it now? Yeah, of course we can do it now. So Shukai here wants Coco Me. So let me just get into his account real quick and we can do some Coco Me summons. Glitch Rebel, you will be very missed, sir. Don't worry, I'll still be trying to post videos. It's just, unfortunately, we won't be able to have these kind of open air discussions. Hugh is asking, can you access your accounts? Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible without VPN. Let's see if this is the code. The code doesn't work anymore. I will try to resend it and see if we can get another one. Okay, so we have to re-log into the account. One moment, I sat on the login screen for too long, so I'll have to re-log in. But don't worry, I can probably still look at YouTube comments and stuff, so that's probably where we can talk more, is in YouTube comments. He says, I recently started watching you, loved your videos. Thank you. I'll try. Like I said, it's very difficult for me to just leave YouTube altogether. I'll definitely try to keep videos going because I'm probably still going to be playing these games. I don't know, like though, like I don't think I can because I have to restart Genshin from scratch on the CN server, and I have to restart Honkai Star Rail from scratch on the CN server, so I'm not gonna be able to play the game, which eventually you guys will be able to tell my videos just don't have that kind of connection with the game anymore because I'm not actually playing it. I can still consume news, but I can never pull for the characters, right? So I'll have to see. Maybe once like Zenless Zone 0 comes out, I'll have a CN account. Maybe you'll see me covering more Wuthering Waves because I'll be in CN, and maybe CN will get the game first and I can start covering Wuthering Waves for you guys months before Yen gets it. So I probably will be covering newer titles in the future, so expect a lot of news for other titles. It's not that I don't want to cover Genshin and Honkai, it's just that eventually I'm gonna detach from it because I don't have my accounts anymore. I can't play it, and maybe I will be able to log into them through VPN and I'll be able to play. Honkai probably can work because there's no, like, it doesn't matter if there's a delay or whatnot. I can still play even if it's like a 5-second delay. I can always just put it on auto and it'll play by itself, right? But Genshin is pretty much impossible at that point. All right, as probably one of my last live streams, I hope I can bless bless you guys one last time with good RNG. Genshin Noir says, just got here. What's the drama? Grab some tea, grab maybe a coffee, grab your favorite beverage, some popcorn, and rewatch the stream from the start. Will you make a new account? I don't think so. I don't think I have the grit to play through Genshin's story all over again from scratch, all the way back in Mondstadt with none of my characters. Basically, I'll be starting a free-to-play account, right? Because I'm not about to spend another like $10,000 to pull for everything again. I can't do that. You can buy an account. I don't know. Like, do I have that attachment to it? All right, chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. How will you publish YouTube videos from CN? VPN. VPN is how I'll have to do it. All right. So we are summoning for Scaramouche. I'm kidding. We're summoning for Kokomi. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Shukai's like, no, Walrus, we want I know. It's just because the whole stream we were talking about Scaramouche CN drama, so doing that. 180 polls. So what are we looking for? Shukai, my heart died for a moment. I was joking. But what are we going for, Shukai? So for reference, people, this is Shukai's Kokomi. He really loves his character. C1 and weapon is what we're looking for. Okay, maxed out artifacts. We're looking at okay, 2 and 2. Get, oh, you got the 2 Wanderer's Troop. Interesting. What is her C1 again? While donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension, the final normal attack in Sangonomiya's combo will unleash a swimming fish to deal 30 as hydro damage. This damage is not considered normal attack. Interesting. Alright. Let's do it. Let's open audio. Let's open the audio. Getting some Fadozans would be nice too, though. Hey, look, if it isn't the most hated character by CN standards. Alright. Let's go. Let's take a look at the history. Wow. I don't even know if we have guaranteed. Oh my god. Is it a 50-50? Shukai, is this a 50-50? Shane is asking, will you have someone maintain your account while you're gone, Walrus? Yeah. I'll have Beluga-chan do it. There's no way. Am I truly blessed? It all comes full circle. I was made by Chi-Chi Battery and I'll be dead by Chi-Chi Battery. This is kind of poetic, not gonna lie. It all comes full circle in the end. All right, don't worry. We still have a shot at this. So this is 12. $22. If we can get her early, we have a chance. 32 pulls. Look at that. As one of the last send-offs, Kokomi, triple 4-star, got a new Kirura to play with as well. Alright, weapon. You already charted course. So Staff of Homo was the last one, so no guarantee. Man, I really hope we don't get the Scaramouche Bell. Shukai, are we okay to go for the weapon? Are you ready? Alright, let's do it. Let's do 5 singles for old time's sake. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 single pulls into the multis. So this is 15. 25. As my last send off to you, Shukai. As my last send off to you. The donut. The donut. The donut. The donut. Donut! Okay, it's the next one, isn't it? Please, HoYoverse, give me a good send-off. Almost 3 years I've covered your game! It's okay, it's okay. Back to our 5 single pulls. Three. 4. 5. Come on. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We have 110 pulls. Worst case scenario, we need 2 more 5 stars. Now it's 50-50. Now it's 50-50. So this is 15. $25. $35. Oh, this is 45. Hey, we've been getting a character every pull. 55. Okay. Here it comes. 65. 65. Two. 3. 4. 5. I think it's the last one. I think it's the last one. 6. 7. 8. 9. Oh, feels good. We won the 50-50. So it was the 9th one. Still with 50 pulls left. Congratulations. We got a Chi-Chi, a Kokomi, a Skyward Spine, and the Donut. All in like what? 140 pulls. We got 4 5 stars.
未雨绸缪，才能临危不乱。
I mean, we got super unlucky losing the 50-50s, but then like the character came very fast, and then the weapon, we won the 50-50 technically. So we first lost the 75-25, and then we won the 50-50. So Let's see. Wake Up Universe is asking, how long do you have to not log in to get the welcome back pass? Actually, that's a good question. I've gotten it twice now, because last time was from the trip, and then I skipped pretty much 3.7 and I got it again. So I'm guessing a couple weeks you'll get it. But yeah, to be safe, just don't log in for like 14 days it seems like. So 2 weeks. Honestly, it's pretty big brain if you just every patch you play, like you play the first bit of the patch and then just don't log in for 2 weeks, and then log in, claim your stuff, and then don't log in for 2 weeks. That's pretty big brain. Is it really worth it? It's not worth it, but like if you really don't care, you can just get freebies. You can get a bunch of free stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll be taking my leave now. Who knows? Maybe I'll upload some other games on my channel. Who knows? I really don't know what I'm gonna do in China, because again, as you guys know, I'm not doing this stuff for the money, right? I really do enjoy talking with you guys, conversing with you guys. So if I find another title to play, to cover, I'll probably cover it on my YouTube channel. And if you guys enjoy the discussions and topics, then we can still keep talking. But I understand, like, sometimes without a common interest, we're bound to drift apart. So we'll see. I'll try to cover Genshin as much as I can. I'll try to cover Honkai as much as I can, but I foresee myself playing Wuthering Waves. I see myself playing future CN titles more. So if I can cover that stuff for you guys here on YouTube, then I think I'm providing more value essentially as well, because those titles are CN titles to begin with, right? But again, nothing is 100% set in stone. I might go over there for 2-3 months and I might come back here, and the project might get delayed. I might be here for another year. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys on next Wednesday's live streams. We'll still have Wednesday, Saturday, and then I'm gone. So 4 more live stream. We'll do the countdown. So until Wednesday, see you guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.